The hell is going on, man? Happy Labor Day to everybody out there. Listen, normal guy, saw you were first. Red Jet, always appreciate you. That like, that sub, make sure you do that. Make sure you hit them buttons. But man, what is everybody doing on a Monday? We had a little college football over the weekend. I've done a couple drafts. I literally just finished one. I thought I was going to go a little longer than it did, and maybe I jump on here and have it on here too. But that draft went quick as hell. So I don't know. Hey, normal guy, were you in any drafts? You do any fantasy drafts? I know Red Jet might have jumped in one. Yeah, Florida State, Boston College tonight. Florida State got spanked on. What's up, Daniel Berry Sports? Always appreciate you jumping in. Florida State got that surprise loss to Georgia Tech to start off their year. Now they go against Boston College, who always gives them a tough game. What's going to happen here? I know they say Florida State should whoop on them. I don't know. What are the points in this game? Because Florida State has got that iffy sensation. You don't know. They're supposed to win by 17 points. 17 damn points. It's hard. But you got some injuries on both sides. Should be a good game. It usually is between these teams. I can't believe the spread's that much. If I was really going to bet the game, I'm thinking, I don't know, Boston College's quarterback's hurt. I don't know. 17 points is a lot, but Florida State's got a rebound. You might have to take Florida State. I'd take a money line. I know, and that's what I'm saying. They do that every year, normal guy. Last year was 31-29. They almost beat them. And a year Florida State was trying to roll. Telling you, Boston College will make this a game. But they're starting quarterbacks out. I'm pretty sure he's the starting quarterback. I don't know for sure. I don't follow BC a lot like that, but I still think it's going to be a good game. But yeah, no fantasy drafts. I'm a normal guy. You don't get into fantasy football like that. You should. It makes watching pro football that much more fun. You go absolutely insane. Man, fantasy football, what it does. Makes you root against your own team because you want that money at the end of the year. It makes you go nuts over players you don't even like. Taking a break. Taking a break, normal guy. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what taking a break is usually for fantasy. I got 3 fantasy teams. Usually I have 5. I do fantasy basketball and I've done baseball from time to time. I've cut my stuff down. I'll be honest, it was only going to be 2 this year, but then a group of guys at work, a couple of my homies up at work said, hey, we got a spot. I jumped in theirs. We just did that draft, which was great. Again, you never know when you get in these drafts. You never know how people actually draft or what they're going to do, but sometimes you just get that crazy stuff. Defense is getting taken early, kickers taken early, a quarterback gone in the first round, stuff like that. It just throws everything out the window because you don't know what's going to happen next. You have no clue. I had a whole plan set, then wrenches were thrown in from every angle, and I got most of the guys I've wanted and I was searching for that I really picked out, and I truly believe that they will have the years they need to have. So we'll see. Hopefully, I can come out a 3-time champ this year. Not, I'm really hoping my big money one comes in and my work one, because you always want to hold that over your coworkers' heads. Why? I whooped your ass in some fantasy. We'll see. We'll see. There was a couple guys that had some good drafts, so we'll see. Well, yeah, they are. Florida State has some good players on their squad. They have some good players. They're not just that, oh, what are we gonna do here? Look, that their quarterback, he looked like shit, boy. They got a couple good receivers. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're gonna look at here, boy. They always got some defensive players too. Florida State is one of those teams that always has a couple good defensive players. It's usually like safeties or a D line. Um, the offense usually is, get that quarterback that does both. He's a dual quarterback. You'll get a big receiver usually out of them, and every so often you get that running back that you really like. A couple years ago, you came in second or third. Listen, man, if you ever jump back in, and I will help you with your squad. I love doing it. It's fun. Do I hate that I do so many? Because then I'm fighting myself. I got players, and I'm playing against a guy that's got the same damn players. Absolutely hate that. But it is what it is. But my big money league is the one I root for more than any of them. Because, that's big money. You put $300 down, you kind of want to win that league. Well, we got week 1 coming up. Week 1, the start of it all. You said Jags, Patriots, Giants, Bucks, Steelers, Bills, Packers, and Ravens are all there. Well, you got 4 teams that need to be there. 4 teams that need to be there. Because they need to amp up their roster. Let's take a look at what week 1 we got coming up. The kid's going to be joining here soon. Week 1. Let's see. Of course, you got the Thursday game. Chiefs, Ravens. Now, go back to the last time these 2 teams played. Go back to the last time. AFC Championship game. Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. You had squads. First quarter of the game, you have the Ravens running the ball, averaging 6 yards a carry. They were doing the damn thing. Defense was doing its job. Everybody was doing their jobs. And what happens? They decide to stop running the ball. Lamar doesn't even run the ball. He starts throwing into double coverage. He has a wide open lane for 20 yards, doesn't take it. So then the Chiefs go on a win, go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I hate how I feel like the Ravens just stopped doing what was working for them. But again, the season starts Thursday. What's up, Yoli? What's up, Wild Card? But KC, they're that team that doesn't start fast. They don't start early. They don't care if they win the first game, the second game. They don't care about none of that. They know what it is. Get themselves together halfway through the season, really start rolling, by the end be in the playoffs and do their damn thing. That is what the Chiefs are doing. That's what they always do. So say the Ravens get a hold of them, get game 1. They did lose some good defenders. You're right. Their defense is still there, though. They got some good receivers. Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice. I don't understand how he's not in jail. I don't understand that at all. Patrick Queen gone from Baltimore, which that was it was a not a big loss, but it was a loss for the Ravens. I really think the Ravens with Derrick Henry now, they're not going to shy away from that run ever. In any game they're ever in, they're not going to shy away from that run. And I like Derrick Henry to have a good year. I think Lamar, who knows what Lamar does. I don't think he should have won the MVP last year. Let's hope he has a better year than that. But again, last year, I don't think he deserved that MVP. I truly believe it was Christian McCaffrey's. Like, it should have been his. You go later on Friday, we got another game right away. Eagles, Packers in Brazil. And hey, before we get into this betting, look, that QR code up in the corner, if you're able to scan it. It will take you to betus.com where you will get 125% boost bonus added on for your first 3 deposits. You need that. It helps you. It gives you more room to spend more so you can win more. You could win more. But let's not just take my word for it. Let's hear what they got to say about it.
National Streaming Sports is brought to you in part by BetUs.com, designed for true fans. NFL odds, Week 1 and futures, college football odds, including Heisman Trophy favorites and playoff odds, NBA odds of division winners and playoffs, Major League Baseball playoff and World Series odds, the National Hockey League Conference playoffs and Stanley Cup odds, and boxing wagers. Betting opportunities include versus the spreads and outright winners, also during the game. Use our link on our website, nessp.info, the Bet Us Opportunities webpage, for a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Must be 21 years old, and remember, bet responsibly.
That is right. Bet responsibly. Don't bet the house if you can't bet the house. Make sure, man. You $10, $5. Hey, if you can throw 50 at a game, do it. But again, that QR code will take you to the same spot right there. But yes, bet responsibly. Brazil, Green Bay, Philadelphia. Woo-hoo-hoo. 2 top NFC teams. I like Philly. I like Philly a lot. If Sirianni could stop being stupid, smarten up just a little bit, let the team do its damn thing. And that defense, that young defense come together, Philly could be in that Super Bowl. Green Bay, you got Jordan Love. Saw what he did last year. Saw how he brought those receivers that nobody knew who the hell they were, brought them to life. They added defensive players. They added some to the offense. You got Josh Jacobs back there now. I mean, come on now. Green Bay just jumped up. Just jumped up. You're going to be fighting. Who's going to get this one? I feel like Philly should win this game. I feel like Jalen Hurts, that offense with Saquon now added to it, Devontae Smith. Yes, Xavier McKinney, that was huge. Huge. They needed secondary help, and that was huge for them to get, for Green Bay to get Xavier McKinney. But I really like Philly and their offense. I like the young defense. I feel like they'll get this game in Brazil and start it off. I think Green Bay is there at the end, though. I feel like Green Bay can win their division. They're going to be fighting with the Lions the entire season for that top spot. Because the Lions, Jared Goff, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta. I mean, Amon-Ra, Williams. Their defense, I think, is going to be a battle for that top spot in the NFC North. But I do like Philly in this game Friday. I like Baltimore on Thursday. So you got Baltimore, Philly. Then we go ahead and go to Sunday. It's time. Football's here, right? First game we're going to look at, Falcons, Pittsburgh in Atlanta. Pittsburgh added Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, a couple other minor pieces, drafted some offensive linemen that they needed. But the Falcons bringing the $100 million man, Kirk Cousins, for Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They are going to use Bijan Robinson like he should have been used last year. This dude will probably have 2,000 all-purpose yards. He will be a Christian McCaffrey. And then to that defense, Justin Simmons, Matt Judon, holy shit. That secondary is going to be insane. And then you add Judon with Garrett on the line. Oh, my God. Listen. I like the Falcons to win their division hands down. I think they're going to terrorize that division, and I think they're going to win some games people aren't going to expect them to win. Playoffs, who knows what they do, but I like them game 1 against Pittsburgh. I do like the Falcons. Vikings, Giants. Yes, wild card. Definitely a sleeper team. Especially if Cousins stays healthy and they use Bijan properly. Woo! Watch. And Terrell deserved to get paid. That dude's a sick Sick cornerback. This Vikings-Giants game that's next. How is it 1.5? How is the Vikings only giving 1.5 to the Giants? The Giants still have a problem with who their quarterback's going to be. Daniel Jones, Drew Lock. Yeah, you got Malik Neighbors and Hyatt. Who the hell else is on this damn squad? I mean, the Vikings are going to have Sam Darnold out there, but you're throwing to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Hanson, T.J. Hawkinson. And you got Aaron Jones, the running back, behind a good offensive line with a good defense. I got to say the Vikings are going to put a mud hole in somebody's ass. And you got the Jags and the Dolphins. The Battle of Florida. I mean, Tampa Bay's down there, but Dolphins at home. I mean, they're both used to the heat. I'm not a big fan of the Jags anymore. I think they're on their downhill. Sunshine, he got paid. I don't know why the hell he got paid all that damn money. Travis Etienne, I mean, I love him as a player. I can't wait for him to be on another team. Christian Kirk. Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie. I love him. I love that they drafted him, even though they should have paid Calvin Ridley. The dude only wanted a couple more million than what they offered him, and they wouldn't give it to him, and he went to Tennessee. Why would you allow this man to go to an in-division rival for only a couple more million? Now he's going to go terrorize you. He's going to terrorize the shit out of you. Yeah, Dolphins have unlimited speed. It's like a cheat code for speed over there. It really is. So how do you counteract that? The cold usually does it. So hopefully somehow they figured that out, because when they get to the cold games, they're going to have issues. But I like the Dolphins in this one. I think Waddle, Hill, Tua, A-Chain, and all them get off to a good start. They put in that work. Bengals, Patriots. Bengals, Patriots. I mean, Patriots, that's all just rebuild shit. That's all that is. Jacoby Brissett's going to start. You got Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, you got a slew of different receivers. I'm not big fans of that. You lost Judon, your best defensive player. Bengals should smash these dudes. Hopefully Joe Burrow's wrist isn't really that big of an issue like everybody's starting to say, because they're saying the vibe's bad. It ain't good right now. Jamar chasing that crazy situation. Higgins wanting to get his money. Chase Brown wants to step up and be running back one, but you got Zach Moss to contend with. Their defense is, it's there, but it's we're going to see. I think the Bengals will stomp that ass. Bills Cardinals. In Buffalo. It's early in the year, so it'll be nice. Josh Allen, is he going to put everything on his shoulders? Is he going to try to do everything himself? Or are they going to do what they did at the end of the season? Hand the damn ball off to James Cook. Is James Cook going to finally be a full season running back and be able to do some stuff? They don't have a lot of receivers. I love the fact that Curtis Samuel is on that squad, and they got Kenyon Coleman. Their two tight ends is where they're at. They're going to have to rely heavily on Kincaid and, I cannot think of the other dude. But, yeah, they're going to have to heavily on the tight ends. Let James Cook. And Arizona, I mean, Kyler Murray, can he stay upright? You got Trey McBride there, James Conner. I like their backup running back, Trey Benson. But then you got Marvin Harrison Jr. That defense, a suspect. You don't know a whole lot about him. I got to go Bills. I got to take Bills in that game. Woohoo! I like this game right here. Texans-Colts. A division game. These are two teams that'll fight for the division, even though the Texans should get it. But C.J. Stroud? Dawson Knox. Yes. That's right. Dawson Knox. I couldn't think of his first name. I knew Knox, but I'm like, I don't know the first name. Stroud versus AR-15. Can AR-15 be the guy that everybody thought he could be coming back from injury? Will they have enough going against a high-powered Texas team that added Stephon Diggs to that wide receiving core with Nico Collins and Tank Dell and Joe Mixon to the running back group? What about Danielle Hunter on the defensive side with Willie Anderson Jr. and Derek Stingley? I mean, Colts got, Downs, Pittman. They got JT. They got a good offensive line. They grabbed the boy from UCLA. I can't pronounce his damn name. Lafatua or whatever his name is. That dude's going to be crazy. Buckner. AR-15 can stay healthy and not rely on his legs. The Colts will be good. But I like the Texans to get that game. I think CJ picks up where he left off. I mean, they say there's sophomore slumps. But that's why they brought in Mixon and Diggs, the veterans, to help that slump not happen. Ooh, Titans, Bears. Will Mayo Levis versus Caleb. I'm supposed to be the superstar Williams. And that Bear team, that there's weapons all over that offense. That defense is prime. Can Caleb Williams get it done? Can Caleb Williams face adversity and come out on top? Can that happen? Can he throw a pick or two, regain his mental, be all right, and go back in the game and do his thing? Or will that break him down to where that's it? Can Will Mayo capture the few little sparks he had with 300-yard games last year? You got a wide receiving core. I mean, D-Hop's hurt right now. But Tennessee added Tony Pollard, Ladarius Sneed, yes. You added Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd. I think Tyjae Spears is going to be the real running back out of that group. You brought in Bill Callahan to get your offensive line right. I think Tennessee's going to be a tough out here. I think Tennessee's going to be one of them teams. To be honest, I took them coming in second in that division. I think the Colts come in third. I like Tennessee in their makeup. As long as Will Mayo can do the thing, I like Tennessee. Bears are at home. Tons of pressure. To me, this game's a toss-up in my mind. I don't know where to go with it. But D-Hop being out, I think affects Tennessee a little bit, even though they have another rookie wide receiver to put in there. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bears. I love their defense. I'm going to take the Bears in this game. Saints-Panthers. I don't even got to say this one. Derek Carr's over there, but I like Spencer Rattler, and I think he becomes the guy this season. Kamara's going to have a bounce back here and look real good. Olave. Oh, no more guy says Titans. Hey, listen, I like the Titans. I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to take the Bears and their defense to stop the Titans on that last drive. I like the Saints. I'm just going to go Saints. I mean, the Panthers, they added some pieces. Hopefully Bryce Young can do his thing. Deontay Johnson, Xavier Leggett. You got a Brooks. I can't even give the Panthers the win. It's Saints all the way for me. Another division game, got Raiders-Chargers. Woo. And the Chargers are giving the points. That's insane to me. I love Justin Herbert. They got Ladd McConkey, and I love Ladd. You got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. You got Josh Palmer. Hopefully Quentin Johnson can be the wide receiver you picked him to be in the first round. Defense is still solid. But you're going against a Raiders team who Gardner Minshew is your quarterback, but you got Zamir White in the backfield. You got two tight ends in Brock Bowers and Mike Mayer. You got Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins on the defensive side. You got Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers as wide receivers. I love the Raiders team. If they had a quarterback, I mean, Minshew can get the job done. You saw what he did with the Colts last year. Almost got them in the playoffs. I think they win. And yet, Joe Alt, adding to that Chargers offensive line, it was huge. The fact that they went that route instead of going for a wide receiver, I was shockingly surprised. But I'm taking the Raiders to win this game. Ooh. Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos. The Denver Bo Nixes. Seattle's got a great defense. They're young. They're fast. They also have 3 wide receivers that are monsters: Metcalf, Lockett, and JSN. You got Little Beast in the backfield, Charbonnet. You got Noah Fant. They're probably starting Geno, which I'd rather them start Sam Howell. Then you go to the Broncos. Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, Javonte Williams, if he can get back to what he is going to do. That defense is kind of beat up and lost. The offensive line's a little lackluster. I want to do the same, though. I want to pick Bo Nix. But I'm going to pick Seattle. I'm going to let Bo Nix prove me wrong. I'm going to go Seattle. Now you got the Commanders versus the Buccaneers. Bucs got Baker Mayfield. We haven't seen Baker put together 2 strong years in a row yet, but he does have Mike Evans. He does have Chris Godwin. He does have Rashad White. He does have an offensive line that is good and a defense that not crazy, but they are good. But you're going against a Commanders team that has Jaden Daniels, who has an arm, has a damn rocket for an arm, can throw the ball, sling it, and he could run. As long as they don't try to treat him like RG3, Commanders are going to be nice. You got 2 running backs, capable running backs. Eckler, who they brought in, who can pass, catch, and run. And then you got Brian Robinson, downhill runner. Scary Terry. You got rookie wide receiver. I can't think of his name. That defensive line is sick. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take the Commanders. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I'm taking the Commanders. Week 1 against the Buccaneers. I like Jaden Daniels and what he's got over there. Scary Terry has gotten 1,000 yards with shit quarterbacks. Did the damn thing with shitty quarterbacks. Now he's got a real good quarterback. And I bet this dude could get 12 to 1,300 yards like that. His job's going to be a lot easier now that he's got a real quarterback. We go to the Cowboys, Browns. Woohoo! I picked the Commanders too, normal guy, so we're right there. Cowboys, Browns. You got Dak. They just signed CeeDee Lamb. You got Ferguson. You got a running back core that is old as dirt back there in NFL years. An offensive line that's been broken up a little bit. Their defense is good. Bland's out for the first 6 games, I think. Micah's got to be able to stop the run. They got to be able to play defense real well in order for them to do what they need to do this year. Then you go to the Browns. Can Deshaun be Deshaun? He's looked good in training camp. He's thrown some nice balls. You added another piece, Jerry Jeudy. And again, change of scenery for players is always great. Him coming in and being under his mentor, Amari Cooper. Oof. Then you got Tillman. You got Njoku. You got Ford and Foreman. And then you got Chubb coming back for 4 weeks. And I don't even got to say nothing about the defense. That defensive line and secondary are top tier. Then you brought in Devin Bush and Jordan Hicks to amp up that linebacking crew. That defense is number 1 right now. I like the Browns to beat up on the boys. I like the Browns to beat up on the boys at home. I really do. I think Deshaun's going to be good. He's got the weapons. We got the pieces. Coaching is right and primed. I think the Browns get this win. Then we got the Lions and the Rams. Woo! Stafford and company. Cooper Kupp. Puka. Higbee. Kyron Williams. And then you got Blake Corum to back him up. You got a solid defense. Stafford's shaky, though. He can get injured at any point, but I don't know. Going against this Lions team, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery, that 2-headed monster in that backfield, going along with Amon-Ra, Williams, other wide receivers, and Sam Laporta, the second coming. This dude is going to be a monster in this league. And you got that defense, Aiden Hutchinson, that defense. And again, let me not forget about Jared Goff being behind the number one offensive line. The number one offensive line. I mean, come on now. I think Jared Goff could throw for 5,000 yards this year. If everybody stays healthy, 5,000 yards. I really do. I believe that. And I like the Lions to get this win. And Monday night. Monday night. You got the Niners and the Jets. A-Rod's return from his 3 plays into last year. Jets got Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin. You add Mike Williams to the bunch. You added to that offensive line with Tyronn Lue and some others. That defense, top 3, maybe 2. And if Hassan Riddick can stop being a crybaby bitch and just play the game, that defense is going to be 2 for sure. What do you got here? You got a trade. Holy shit, that's a lot of people moving around. Oh, you got Richardson, JT Etney, Collins, Cup, Ferguson, Mari. You're going to trade Andrew. Who are you going to trade? You're going to give Etienne and Ferguson for Andrews, Montgomery, and Najee. I'm not big on I'm not big on Najee at all. To be honest, I think you're good at tight end. Ferguson's going to be great for Dak. And Conklin, A-Rod loves his tight ends. He'll use Conklin. I think you need to just stay where you're at. I don't do the trade. Don't do it. I think you're good where you're at. And I love how you got Nick Chubb. People slept on picking Nick Chubb because he's out for the first 4 weeks. Every damn draft, I've picked up Nick Chubb, except for one. And he went the pick before I could grab him in the one. But I got Nick Chubb in the other 2. The dude's coming back, and he's going to be stud. I love the Nick Chubb pick. Love it. But, yeah, listen. Jets, if Hassan Riddick can stop being a bitch, stop crying, Jets defense can be number 2 for sure. Maybe number 1 by the end of the year. Then they go against the Niners team who's got a great defense. Ayuk finally signed and stopped bitching. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in. Love the questions. Make sure you hit that sub button, hit that like button. Come back, man. We got shows throughout the week. I'm usually on every single one. I've been working overtime, so I can only hit a couple of them if I can hit any. But yes, man. Again, I appreciate you posting the question and stopping in, my man. Listen, Niners, Purdy, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Debo, which is that Swiss Army knife. Ricky Parcells, he just got shot in an attempted robbery, so he'll be back. Kittles, I think because it's at home, I'm going to go with the Niners. I love Brock Purdy and IU connection. I love CMC. My thing is A-Rod. God, it's tough because it's going to be a good game, I believe. I truly 100% think it's going to be a good game. Yeah, I'm going to have to go Niners. But A-Rod, it's going to be close. Don't don't be surprised if A-Rod shows out and says, hey, it's me, 4-time MVP. Yeah, Gary Jennings. Listen, I love Debo. I picked him up in just the draft I just had. I think he's going to be a Swiss Army knife. I wanted him just because there's going to be so much heat on Ayuk and what he did last year and CMC that Debo may be that under the radar guy that no one pays attention to because he's lost it and all, even though he was the guy before. He definitely was. Yeah, this first week's got a lot of good games. The fact that it's got a lot of in-division games right off rip, I like that too. I absolutely like that. I love the matchups week 1. I think it's going to be a good week of football. College football will be great too. But man, woohoo! What a week 1, you know? And it all starts Thursday. Chiefs-Ravens, rematch of the AFC Championship game. 17-13, I believe that was the ending score of that game. Let's see what happens. It's going to be good. 3 days. 3 days is all we have to wait. And we got some NFL football. And again, if you're better right here. This QR code that you see in the corner, hit that code. Scan it. Go get your 125% bonus for your first 3 deposits. Go get in that. You want that. Trust me. I want that. Again, if you only bet just a little bit, that's great. Deposit whatever they want you to deposit, and you get some free money. You get some free playing around money. So go do it. There you go, right there. Texas first. That team up north. Woohoo. I think Texas is about to put it to them. I think the Horns are going to smack upon on Michigan. I mean, you see all the stuff that's about to come down on that team up north. There's a lot of things about to happen. That whole program is about to be destroyed because of all the allegations and everything that's swirling around and stuff that's popping out that's becoming true. But I like Texas and the Horns to Quinn Ewers and all them to do their job. I really think they're gonna put the work to them. Yes, everybody get hype. Again, hit that QR code. Billy Green, I saw you like this. Hit that QR code, Billy. Get with Bet Us. Get with Bet Us. Telling you. BetUs.com. Get that promotion. Yep, Florida got destroyed by the Hurricanes. Look, the Hurricanes look good. Florida looks like they're regressing. They just keep going backwards. The Gators can't do nothing now. Yep. I wanted Cam Ward to come to Ohio State. I like Cam Ward a lot. I wanted him at Ohio State. I really did. But I'm okay with who we got with Howard. Cam Ward's going to be that he's going to be vying for that Heisman. People better watch out for him. He's going to be fighting for that Heisman trophy. You got Quinn Ewers that's going to fight for it. You probably got a receiver, Smith. Is it Noah Smith from the Buckeyes? Dude already had a huge game. He's going to be up there. I mean, you got guys, Shedeur Sanders, to be honest. That dude had a hell of a damn game. See, that's another good game. Colorado versus Nebraska. Old school Big 12 rivalry right there. That's an old school Big 12 rivalry. Colorado's back in it, but Nebraska's still in the big. Is Nebraska? Yeah, that's an old school Big 12 rivalry. I don't know. I stumped myself there. 2 great quarterbacks, Shedeur versus Dillon. I like Shedeur Sanders a lot. I think he's going to be top 5 pick easily. He's handled himself well. Their defense is trash. Their defense, I thought Warren Sapp was going to come in there and get them right. But it looks like he's missed some holes. They need to patch some stuff up. Yep, the Arizona wide receiver had 300 yards. I mean, He's going against New Mexico. Or was it New Mexico State? I'm not putting a lot on that. They almost lost that game to New Mexico. They had to throw the ball the entire game to win it. So, yeah, 300 yards is insane. You couldn't stop one guy. Couldn't stop one guy. One dude. 300 yards. That's insane. I mean, I don't even know if I can go back. Let me go back and look at it. So I was pretty pissed off about this game. So I thought Arizona was just going to put a mud hole right up in there. Yep, Old Dominion almost beat up South Carolina. Old Dominion is a good school. Where are we at? Let's go to this Arizona game. Arizona, New Mexico, 61-39. That game was close as hell. 10 catches. 10 catches is all that dude had for 304 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's absolutely nuts. Look, that dude had 3 catches for 29 yards, and that was it. Everybody else had 1 catch. And their running back had 13 rushes for 106 yards. And then the 2 running backs almost had 100 yards. It's crazy. Arizona did craziness against New Mexico, but that was again against New Mexico. But, dude, football's here. Who's excited? Come on, man. Amp up. If you're viewing, hit the subscribe, follow button, hit the like button, dude. Tell me. You got to be excited. I was excited at the beginning of August when preseason started. I didn't watch a lot of preseason. Just excited. Yeah, I don't like FCS teams playing FBS teams. I hate that. I think, yeah, that's no. Like North Dakota State's the only team I like from the FCS that could play with the FBS. That is it. All the rest of those teams should never play. Like Alabama should never be allowed to play a Weber State or a Furman or a Kennesaw State, none of that. They should never be allowed. Ohio State shouldn't. None of these teams should ever be allowed. You have to play FBS teams. And if you're going to play them, you got to play them early. Because I think it's crazy you're able to schedule these teams right before your biggest game of the year, play a school where you can put your third string out there while everybody rests, and then you go in and to the Iron Bowl and to the SEC Championship. That should not be allowed. You should have to schedule those type of games early, get them out the way, and get into your SEC, Big Ten, ACC schedule. Tulane, what is that? The Green Wave? Versus Kansas State. Let's go Tulane. I like Tulane. That's right. They're the Green Wave, right? What's up? Back It Up, man. Hey, everybody, go look at my man Back It Up Bench podcast. You want some real insight on some old school facts, some new school facts? That's where you got to go. And I feel you. Hey, I feel you. Dude, I've been a lifelong Browns fan. So to me, it was always next year. There's always next year. And I'm hoping to God that trend's starting to break these last couple years because we've made the playoffs, got to win, had some good winning seasons. But gosh, I feel you with that so much. Because Cleveland sports is just crazily just like that. You get all the way close or you feel like you got it, it just doesn't happen. Just not there. But they got a squad. Defensively, they got a little holes, but it says it's 8.5, and I can't understand how the Browns over-under is 8.5. They won 11 games with 4 different quarterbacks last year. losing both their starting tackles, losing Nick Chubb, and they still won 11 games. But yet they said 8.5. And we've added pieces and our defense is stronger. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah, USC showed up last night, beat LSU. Man, LSU, oof, they might want to get rid of their coach. Time to cut. See you later. That's crazy, man. Nobody scored in that first quarter of that game. LSU should have been up 14-0 in that game. But yeah, the 8.5 for the Browns, that's insane to me, man. Absolutely insane. How they? I don't know. I don't know. I looked at the schedule. I got them going 11-6 again, possibly 12-5, depending on a game. I just said, hey, here it is. I think we're going to lose that game based on this or that. I take the over for the Browns. Miami's 9.5. I take the over there. I feel like the Jets win that division, but I think Miami comes close second. And again, they're going to have some good wins. Third pick is fee-based. Brian Kelly 0-3 in season openers now. The dude just doesn't win the first game. That was a hell of a first game to lose, though. You needed to win that big game. Like, absolutely win it. Yeah, I like the over the Browns. I may do some stuff like that. May do a nice parlay where if I could do Browns, Dolphins, and I'm going to see what the Commanders is. Because I like the Commanders are coming second in the NFC East. I like Dallas to have a little shitty year. I feel like they're going to have a down year. I don't know. I'm gonna look up on some of those Wednesday. Get something together. Maybe make a nice parlay with the over-unders of the seasons, or put some good money down on some teams. We'll see what happens. Yes, I wish he was here right now. He was supposed to come on. He said he was going to be late. I know he's following it. I haven't got to talk to him really about it. We did our fantasy draft yesterday, but all three of the guys that are big in the tennis that go and play together, they were all in there talking it up. So we're gonna. I don't know. I haven't seen anything with the U.S. Open. I've been too into fantasy and football so far that I haven't really paid attention to it. So what's going on there? The favorites doing their thing? Or is it like every other time? You got that one underdog coming out of nowhere. That one. And I always liked it. Is Alcaraz, doing his thing? Is he winning this thing? Is that what's going to happen? Is Joker? Who's the favorite right now in this U.S. Open? Let me see. Let me take a look. I'll be honest. I don't know any of these. I mean, I don't know any of these. Those are women, though, I think. Ooh, all right. Rublev. There's a couple good names in there still. All right, all right. The guy center, huh? The Italian. Look, we got an American doing some things in there. Paul, huh? All right. Well, let's root for the Italian center. Let's go. You put some money on it, back it up, put it down, take center to win. But hey, let's quickly go over what I said for my picks. Because again, I'm not going to be on any more shows this week due to overtime. So let's go ahead and go over Coco lost. God, see? What's up with Coco Golf? What is the problem? All right. Thursday, Chiefs Ravens. I got the Ravens. Friday, Eagles Packers. I got the Eagles. Sunday, Falcons Steelers. I'm taking the Falcons. Vikings Giants. I'm taking the Vikings. Jags Dolphins. I got the Dolphins. Bengals Patriots. Bengals. Bills Cardinals. I'm taking the Bills. Colts Texans. I'm taking the Texans. Tennessee and the Bears. Very close for me. I'm going to take the Bears in that defense. Saints Panthers. I'm taking the Saints. Chargers Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. Broncos Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. Commanders Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Commanders. Browns Cowboys. I'm taking Cleveland. Detroit versus the Rams. I'm taking Detroit. And Monday night's game, I'm taking San Fran. And these are just straight up picks, not with the spread. These are just, hey, I'm just picking teams. This is who I like. This is who I really like. Do some crazy ones in there because, again, the Commanders. I mean, I just don't understand some of these spreads. Like the Vikings. How are they only giving 1.5 to the Giants? I get they're in New York, but God, that is still too close for me. Way too close for me. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, straight up, that's who I like for this first week. Again, it's going to be some good football, some close football games. College, you got the big game, Texas, and that team up north. The Horns, I feel, beat them up. There's a couple other games that'll be going on that'll be good. There'll be games that you don't really look at, but they'll pop up and you'll be like, all right, I got to go tune in. Something big's happening here for college. I would go over it. Only got a couple minutes left. But again, betting. If you're betting, hit this QR code. Hit this QR code. Go to betus.com with it. It'll take you right there. Sign up. Get the 125% bonus for you on your first 3 deposits. That's free money. Free money they're giving you. You want that. Go put that go put your money, deposit your money in, get that. Friday games are a joke. What are you talking about? You talking about NFL games? Or are you talking about the college games? The NFL game, that Brazil game is kind of crazy to me, but Friday college games usually are. They usually are that. Oh, yeah, they are trash. They are trash games, them college games. Northwestern, Duke, Indiana, Western Illinois, and SMU and BYU. Yeah, NFL shouldn't be played on Fridays. I get it. It's in Brazil, and that's why they're doing it. But I don't know. I don't think that game should have been in Brazil, especially with all the stuff that they're already swirling around. I know they want to get that global outreach. They need to do it another way. Hopefully, it brings what they want. We'll see what happens. What's up, Matt Henry? He says, bear down. Big Chicago Bears fan. I like Chicago week 1 in a close game against Tennessee. I think their defense is, that Bear defense is great. It really is. And you guys got all the weapons. But again, I like Tennessee and their weapons. I like what they added on their defense. I think it's going to be a good game. But I took the Bears. But again, hit that QR code. Get your gambling on. Responsibly, I might say. Responsibly get your gambling on. But again, Friday games for the NFL, weird as hell. Shouldn't happen. Granted, it's in Brazil, and that's why it is happening, but should have just threw it on a Saturday. Look, I love the Buckeyes. They start slow, though, man. He's got to stop doing that starting slow shit. Started slow, and they came out and tore that ass out. They got to stop starting slow. They should have been spanked that team in the first quarter and then just let Aaron Nolan and all them run through the rest of it. He says, I'm not watching the Packers versus Eagles game because they play same time as high school football teams. Well, you're down south. High school football down south is huge. And yeah, you're going to the game. So, hey, hope your team wins, normal guy. Let's get a W from Normal Guys High School team. And Matt Henry, yes, Buckeye Nation. Strong. Once this team really gets rolling, I think we played down to our competition too. But we got to stop starting slow. Sick and tired of that slow starting shit. Hand the ball off the entire first quarter if you got to. But the fact that you had a 3-and-out in the first minute, that blew my mind. Blew my absolute mind that you did that shit. Just let Judkins do his thing. Let Henderson do his thing. Let these guys run. I don't know. But hey, you got a show tomorrow here, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Sports Madness. I will not be able to make it. I have to go do some overtime. Jay will be there. Maybe the kid joins him tomorrow. We're going to see. If not, it could be a rerun. I don't know yet. I got to talk to Jay about that. But if Jay wants to run it by himself, we'll see. Thursday, again, you'll get the pre-show before the Thursday night game. It's going to be Jay and possibly the kid again. Scully's on vacation this week. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to try to jump on both of them for a short period of time while I'm on break if I can. Or maybe I'll be able to jump on and just have my voice. You just won't see my face. But till next time, make sure you bet responsibly. Hit that QR code. I appreciate y'all who stopped in, the viewers, the chat, everybody hitting that like button, everybody hitting that subscribe and follow button. As always, man, we love y'all. We love the entertainment. We love the interaction. Thanks for the fantasy questions. Thanks for all the questions. It makes the show that much better because you guys add in your 2 cents. But, again, you see it, I'm a Browns fan, so let's go. Let's go Browns. Let's go Browns, baby. Let's go Buckeyes. Let your fantasy teams ride. Let's see what happens with them. I know you guys got some fantasy squads. It's crazy. It's going to be crazy. But I'll see you guys next week. I don't know what day, but tune in tomorrow, 6 to 8, Sports Madness, baby. Salute.